what I share. Wolves in sheep clothing, birds of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Where you go when you're walking, what you say when you're talking, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful. We have to prepare to meet the challenges of life without fear. Greed and jealousy, hatred and envy, man, you have to move with care in that jungle out there. You got to be careful. You got to be careful.
Attention! Football fans, get ready for the most thrilling event of the season, the opening of the GFA Premier League. Join us at the St. George Park in St. Mark's on Saturday, June 17, 2023 at 4 p.m. sharp, featuring defending champ Hurricanes SC and newly promoted praedial FC. It's the clash of the Titans as 10 teams take the field, battling it out for glory, honor, and the grand prize of $100,000 EC. Yes, you heard right, $100,000 EC dollars. So mark your calendars and join us on Saturday, June 17, 2023 at 4 p.m. St. George Park, St. Mark's. Be part of the electric atmosphere. This event will be free.
Ozone really gets it clean. Get with the Ozone family line of products. Ozone liquid laundry detergent, perfect for your semi or fully automatic washing machines, yet suitable for your hand wash, soft on your hands. Ozone disinfectant cleaner. It's the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness. Keeps your colors bright. Choose from the wonderful scents: soft flower, ocean breeze, and the new aloe vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges, and cleaning cloth. Ozone toilet bowl cleaner removes lime scale and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
Somebody say, bring money up, we jumping up, bring money up, oh, na, na, na.
Well, what do you know? The NLA is giving you an additional chance at winning in its Crazy Cash Second Chance Parish Giveaway. Yes! Starting June 10th, enter your non-winning Daily Cash 4, Daily Pick 3, or Playway tickets valued at $12 or more in a single purchase for a chance to win over $25,000 in cash. Be sure to write your name, address, and contact info on your entries before dropping them in the NLA branded box at your favorite authorized agent. Draws will be conducted every Friday starting June 23rd to July 21st, 2023 for every parish and aired on GBN TV at 8 p.m. That's a total of 105 draws of $250 each. Promotion ends July 14th, 2023. Must be 18 or older to participate. All prizes must be collected by July 31st, 2023. Other terms and conditions apply. See stores for details. NLA, making your dreams come true.
It's real, it's 91. Drums, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Good morning to you again. Good morning to the mission. I read it from the Word of God, Matthew 1:34. Behold, bless ye the Lord, all ye servants of the Lord, which by night stand in the house of the Lord. Lift up your hands in the sanctuary and bless the Lord that made heaven and earth. Bless thee out of Zion. This is the end of the scripture reading.
Thank you very much. How's your day?
It was good.
Great. Well, have a wonderful day, and thanks for listening, and thanks for choosing and making Real FM your friend, okay?
I will. Every day.
Hey, what happening there, girl? You alright? What?
Yeah, good.
Okay, take care of yourself now.
You're gonna
Alright, bye-bye.
Bye.
Wake up in the morning, slaving for bread, sir, so that every mouth must be fed. Oh, me Israelite. What's the rest of the song? I don't know the rest of the song. I just know that part. Yeah, I don't know the rest of the song. If I had known the rest of the song, I most definitely belch it out for you, but I ain't know the rest of the song. Weather, that comes up in a couple of ticks, maybe in about a minute and a half, 2 minutes at the most. All right. Don't want to end up like Bonnie and Clyde. Oh. Ha.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, birds of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Where you go when you're walking, what you say when you're talking, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful. We have to prepare to meet the challenges of life without fear. Greed and jealousy, hatred and envy, man, you have to move with care in that jungle out there. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. When you're moving, you gotta be careful. Which direction you're going, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful.
Where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk. Where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
In your search for happiness, you gotta leave a little room for loneliness. More things could happen all of a sudden before you realize it's only a disguise. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. how you're doing it.
You gotta be careful.
If you
The Pure Grenada Excellence Champion Program promotes a legacy of excellence by investing in our people, embracing excellent service, and always providing exceptional experiences. The Carriacou training sessions were a hit. This time, we will be training right here on mainland Grenada. Training sessions begin May 15th, 2023. Register now by calling GTA Head Office 440-2279, emailing info@puregrenada.com or visiting www.puregrenada.com/excellence champion. Remember, excellence begins with me. Excellence ends with all our we.
We represent for 7 trip.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&M Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&M Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Now more than ever, Flow is working hard to keep you connected to the things that matter most: your family, your work, and your favorite entertainment. We are also providing Flow Study free of charge so students can stay connected and up to date with their schoolwork. And because your safety is our highest priority, you can manage your account from the safety of your own home through the MyFlow app. We are here for you, keeping you connected.
Where you go? Where you walk? What you say? When you talk? Where you go? Where you walk? What you say? When you talk?
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, birds of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful.
I wonder, is today really Thursday? I don't know. Oh, in relation to the Met Office, yeah, I've been trying and I'll continue to try again, but I've been trying and not been successful in terms of reaching them. So I'm going to take a little bit and try again, all right?
You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful. We have to prepare to meet the challenges of life without fear. Greed and jealousy, hatred and envy, man, you have to move with care in that jungle out there. You got to be careful.
I don't know. Can't seem to be able to reach them this morning that down at the Met Office. But Bay Sky, good morning to Joan. Hi, how you doing? Oh, it's sunny in Birmingham today, isn't it? Good. Francis, you that ex-police guy. What's up? How you doing? You good? Great. Nice to know you chipping along. What does Velma have this morning? Let me do a double check. She got breakfast, of course. Roast bakes, fried breadfruit, chicken, and fish. Herbal tea. And for lunch today, she's got jollof rice, ground provision, mixed veggie, callaloo, baked chicken, baked fish, green salad. Local juices, of course. She's got loads of that. And for dinner, burgers and fries. Burgers and fries. B&F. Burgers and fries. All right, so check out Velma. She's out there at High Street. Breakfast, that goes up until 10 o'clock this morning. And then lunch starts just pretty much just after breakfast stops. Lunch, they will start to serve lunch. So, you in Nick. Abe! Hey, Christine. Christine, good morning. Oh, Pat Kip James. Pat, how are you? I trust that you're doing fine. Good to know. How's St. Vincent? Yeah. How's Gonzalez country? I find these days he ain't saying nothing now. He ain't saying nothing about anybody. Like, what happened? The cat got Gonzalez tongue. So, no, hold on. No, we're talking agriculture. We have to be speaking agriculture this morning, right? So let me just try and stay on point, yeah? The Ministry of Agriculture did send me some information. Let me see if I can find it. So you know they got the they have the, what do you call it? The coconut festival thingy. All right. Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out what they would have sent to me. All right, so you had the Surinamese agro-processor and a coconut farmer. Rick is one of the participants of the regional coconut training in Grenada this week. So they have coconut training in Grenada basically this week. Right, so what else is there? Okay. Information from the Met Office. I'm really not with it, when you well, why is that phone ringing? That phone ain't supposed to be ringing, so I gotta just cut it off. But just not one of those days. So let's take a commercial break and let me see if I can get my feet together.
If you're looking to improve or maintain your health, look no further. We have a general practitioner right here on Main Street Sates in the Kweze. Dr. Guerra, a gynecologist and surgeon who specializes in women's health. She offers lab tests, blood, pap smears, prostate cancer, and stool tests. We now have a portable EKG machine that gives you accurate readings by using just 2 fingers. And that's not all. If you're suffering from any respiratory conditions such as asthma, bronchitis, COPD, or seasonal allergies, we have a nebulizer machine that can safely treat these. Consultation for pregnant women from beginning to end. Surgeries, which includes hysterectomy, tying of tubes, vaginal shrinking, removal of uterine fibroids, vaginal warts, hernias, and C-sections. She also specializes in diagnostic and therapeutic DNC, abnormal bleeding. Eye testing is also available at the clinic by appointment only with Dr. Mabel Veritas Lugo. They are in collaboration with Alice Labs, located in St. George, opposite the Excel Plaza. Walk-ins are accepted. You can also call for an appointment at 423-3352 or our landline at 444-4272. That number's again 423-3352 or 444-4272. Put your health first.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, takes you where you want to be. Feel secure with the Credit Union of Grenville, taking care of all your financial needs, including savings, loans, mortgages, and sound financial advice. Serving you with branches on Jubilee Street in Grenville, Lucas Street in St. George's, and coming soon, our Grandand sub-office. Call us on 442-8602 or visit one of our offices. With Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, your financial security is guaranteed.
Who wants to save 30%? Everybody! Now more than ever, Flow understands the need to make your dollar stretch. Our new bundles can help you save 30% off your current bill. Plus, get a free speed upgrade on your in-home internet. Simply add your mobile to your current home services account and save 30%. It's easy. Sign up now and save. All on the most reliable fixed and mobile network on island. Visit a Flow store or call us at 1-800-804-2994 for more information. Flow, it only gets better. Terms and conditions apply.
The NLA is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Yeah, Dr. Antoine and so will be here shortly, so we'll be speaking to them. Yeah. So we got stuff to deliver to you this morning. What time is it? 25 minutes nowadays before the hour? Yeah, that's before the hour of 8 o'clock. It is not a good thing to leave Andre on his own. It is not a good thing to leave Andre on his own because Andre just bung away sometimes. But I just want to say this, yeah? I have to say this. When I entered the media, I wanted to be a household name. That's all I wanted to be. A household name. And I did everything possible to get to that level of being a household name. And I'm extremely thankful today. Many people, many people in Grenada, they know about Andre Donald, even if they probably never seen him, but they know about him, or probably they see him and they choose not to identify the fact that they've seen him. One of the things I prided myself with, and I still do pride myself with, is that I'm not a hypocrite. I am not a hypocrite. And if you don't deal with me, listen to me carefully. If you don't deal with me, I don't think I should lose sleep over that. That's your choice. You choose not to deal with me. So therefore, I am not going to lose sleep over the fact that you choose not to deal with me. Yeah? And if you don't deal with me in normal situation and you meet me anywhere where you believe it is the correct thing to do so and to say hello, don't say hello. Because already we have established a long time ago that we ain't going down. So you meet me in a function and you don't have to say hello. Don't kill yourself with that. In relation to saying hello, don't kill yourself with that. Don't bother. I am good. You see, because if I say hello to you, I'll be accepting that everything that you have done is correct. Everything in the past that you have done that I didn't go along with, once I do so and I shake your hand, I am saying that everything you've done is correct. Grudges? No, I don't hold grudges. I just move along. As I always say, the people who don't like me, they have a long line. Back of the line is in Australia, so by the time they get up here, that's the length of the line, yeah, the back is in Australia. By the time they get here in Grenada, I dead already. So if you figure you want to give me long life and you don't want me to die, then join the line. Feel free. As I said, I pride myself with not being a hypocrite. And that has to do with where I was born and where I come from. The people of Montreal, very proud people. Ask Shirley, she'll tell you. The people of Montreal, very, very proud people. We give respect where respect is due. We love you. Sometimes when you don't even love us, we love you. But once you transgress and you get ostracized, that's it for you. We, the people of Montreal, are very proud people. Know that, learn that, believe that. So when you meet me in function, don't pray you're trying to shake my hand. I don't want your shake hand. I don't need your shake hand to function. I didn't get a shake hand from you to attend the same function that you're attending. So play your shake in my hand. No. I will tell you straight up, no, I ain't shaking hand. That's the bottom of it. That's the bottom. And how Stone Cold Steve Austin. And that's the bottom line. I am not going to be a hypocrite. I'm not going to play around. Especially if you're a mean person. If you're a mean, wicked, and evil person. All right. I got to say good morning to my good friend Brenda Batiste. How are you doing this morning, Brenda? We're talking agriculture today. It could include the flowers that you like to grow. I'm not too sure if you're into vegetables, love, but if you are, you can listen. I'm sure you'll get some information. Spices too. Yeah, most definitely you'll get some information on spices also. So hey, whosoever you are, wherever you are, we've got information for you. This is indeed Real 91.9, 91.5, www. Let's say good morning to Gemma Warwood, Gemma James, Adrian Watts, Baby Daddy, good morning to you. Hulk up the likes, people, hulk up the likes. We need those likes.
What you say when you talk?
Yeah. Anne-Marie Celestine Grant, my beautiful one, how are you? I ain't see Cicely. Like she not on this morning yet. Sky, good morning. Shirley Scared. Shirley say, Andre, I tried to tell you, I'm married to Vincent John. I just get scared. Okay. Oh yeah, Cicely's there. Cicely Celestine. Good morning to you, fam. Faitlin Hallie Douglas. Tripping along, we say good morning to Pat Kip James. That's our Union Island connection. Pat said to me the other day, she says, it shocked her she was walking in Union Island and she heard a station playing, and that station was a Vincentian station. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? But Union Island is Vinci territory. She says, not when it comes to radio, Andre. Radio stations in Union Island, they listen to the radio stations out of Grenada. Yeah, you probably don't believe me. Okay, Pat will call. Pat will WhatsApp call me, and then she'll tell me different. I think, yeah, she should be listening. Pat, so WhatsApp call me, Pat. Yeah, do that. 4420175. Yeah, that's the WhatsApp number. You'll hear it from Pat yourself.
To meet the challenges of life.
Good morning to Hazeland Isaac. Robert Edwards, how you doing? And if Pearl Charles is listening, top of the morning to you, Pearl. Jillian Williams, Wilma Devonish, Jillian Noel, Claude Abraham.
You gotta be careful.
Hello and good morning to Brenda Charles. Deborah Laboda, know you're there, girl. Errol Bonaparte, what's cooking? Jerome Kenneth Lewis. This is Real FM, innit? Rhonda High, Natalia John, good morning.
You gotta be careful.
Zeddy, what's popping? All you lovely people, thank you so very much for listening to Real 91.9, 91.5, www.drealfmgrenada.com. I'm going to check something here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. We have 28 persons saying good morning and only 25 persons pressing the likes. Or something wrong on it. Hit up the likes before I deal. Oh, we have 28 now. Come on. Do it. This is how we do it, baby. No man, the agriculture gonna come. Somebody asking me a question, he asking me, Andre, who fret you yesterday? Nobody fret me. I just dealing with somebody that has to be dealt with. I just dealing. Somebody say, what behavior is this on the radio? This is just me. Me being nice. Yeah, respect always. Yeah, blessings. Oh, yeah. I told you. Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning,
Hi,
Pat Kip James. How you doing?
So you got me to call, eh? I'm good.
Finally. Is this your first time calling, really, right?
Pardon me?
Your first time calling, right?
Maybe in recent times.
Yeah, all right. So what's up, Pat?
I'm good.
I was just there blabbing and I want you to confirm.
Yes, since I came to Union Island in 2021, all of the radio stations I heard were from Grenada, different stations.
Yeah.
So no one in particular. But the other day I heard somebody play the St. Vincent station. I guess it's because it's carnival season. I don't know. So yeah.
So
you're correct.
So Grenada stands out in Union Island.
Yes, Grenada stands out in Union Island. Maybe that's why I like it so much.
Maybe that's why you like Grenada so much. All right. So how is
maybe that's why I like Union Island so much.
Oh, you're right. How's the only thing y'all grow in Union Island is sea moss, right? Do y'all grow anything else there?
Not of late. I know, a lot of people are into the sea moss, yes. Other crops, I don't see at all. I know we used to grow peanuts and corn a lot in Union Island, and peas. But of a late, I haven't seen any to shout about.
Okay. But definitely the sea moss.
Yes, yes, there's quite a bit of CMOS, let's call them quote-unquote farmers.
So let me ask this though. The planting of the sea moss, is it mainly a male or female trade or both?
Female, CMOS on Union Island seems to be female dominated.
Female dominated. Why do you think that is so, Pan?
I don't know. Remember that from here, but I would think because it's easier to grow, maybe on the lines. It's maybe therapeutic to put the CMOS on the lines and then go in the water and hand them. I don't know. I'll have to ask Anne, and then maybe she'll be able to give me an answer to give you.
Okay. Are there any playing fields in Union Island? I'm asking. I just want to know. I've never been there. Playing fields?
Yes. There's a playing field in Ashton. The Ashton playing field.
Ashton is what? The town?
No, Ashton. Well, there's basically the island has, let's call it two towns, Clifton and Ashton. Clifton is more the commercial area, and Ashton, I would say, most residential kind of. So the playing field is in Ashton.
Okay. A lot of fishing.
Although there's quite a lot of people in Clifton.
Go ahead. I didn't hear that. Say again.
I say, although there's quite a lot of people living in Clifton.
Okay. A lot of fishing taking place in Union Island?
Yes, Union Island is mainly a fishing island. So there's quite a lot of fishermen, divers, etc. Yeah.
No planting of ganja? No planting of ganja in Union? No?
Not that I've seen. Not heard of. No, I know mainland. I can't say for Union.
I'm not going to ask the next question.
You want to know about ganja? You got to call the mainland.
I guess so.
Yeah.
All right, well, Pat.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for talking to us.
You're welcome. I'm always listening, so I thought it right that I called this morning, seeing that you wanted me to call.
Thank you so very much, my dear, and do have yourself a wonderful day.
Thank you, and good morning to all the listeners.
That is
Bye-bye.
it's so sweet to hear from you. Bye now.
Bye.
It is real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.drealfmgrenada.com. Good morning, Grenada. Yeah, I did get a call finally.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
Yeah. Me there, so. Loving it and liking it and being positive with the people. 7:51, that's our time. And you gotta know that, shortly we'll have the gentleman here. Or the gentlemen.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it, and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price. And they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville, with their factory at Chantimel in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchens, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sissons.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Sissons.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sissons. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. First, make a family disaster plan and ensure that everyone in your household is familiar and comfortable with it. Remember to add batteries and flashlights to your emergency kit. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, birds of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Where you go when you're walking, what you say when you're talking. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful.
skipping. Let me not go this. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Donald.
Yeah, Primus. I ain't really in a good mood, so talk to me.
I realize.
Yeah.
First of all, good morning to my dear Pat.
Oh, Pat.
Yes, Mr. Donald.
Find your like Pat.
Yeah, Mr. Donald. That's my good customer.
Oh, your customer?
Yes, Mr. Donald.
Oh, okay.
She's the only customer that give me tip whenever she buy my cauliflower.
So Andrew never give you tip yet?
That's leave it right there.
So I ask you a question. Andrew never give you tip yet. You see why black people children boy what? Afraid all you know. So what's up?
Not bad, Mr. Donald. I'm just checking in because I'm leaving. As you know, Mr. Donald, I'm having a phone problem. Mr. Donald, I have a message on the phone. Could I read it?
I don't know what your message is.
No, I would not.
I can't tell you read your message. You're crazy. Or? I can tell you that.
My phone don't have those messages. My phone don't carry messages.
Your phone no what?
You don't have message space on it.
You don't have message space on it?
No, Mr. Donald.
Okay.
No, Mr. No. So I wouldn't read any.
I see. All right,
Any agriculture program later, Mr. Donald?
The agriculture program is going on now.
Wow. Okay, I can get the team song. So that's
You're deaf then?
That's not the team song for agriculture program, Mr. Donald.
What happened?
That's not the team song for
I'm making the team song this morning.
All right.
Yeah, so I can't change then.
Mr. Donald.
Yes, sir.
So I want to remind you, you have your station got a lot of followers, listeners in my area. And the last month I was supposed to told CJ that you all don't say hello to our listeners down here, Mr. Donald. You are part of Grenada. And sometimes they meet me and they complain.
Who complaining?
The listeners, Mr. Donald.
What they complaining? What they complaining for?
Mr. Donald, you don't say hello to in that area. It's true we go down.
I have a nephew in that area, don't forget that.
No, he's not in the area, Mr. Donald.
I mean, not in the area?
No, he was in the area.
Or they put him out?
I don't think, at least I met him a couple days back, but I don't think he lives in the area.
Whether or not he lived there, that's where he's from.
I haven't had that question, Mr. Donald.
I said whether or not he lives in the area.
Yes, he's from.
That's where he's from, so you're trying to take that away from him?
No, I admit. Mr. Donald, something I want to really on agriculture, Mr. Donald.
Talk to me.
Mr. Donald, in my area, is a more or less mountainous area. That's where we grow a lot of vegetable, nutmeg and so on. It's more to the forest. And it's so strange, Mr. Donald, that someone sees it fit that to take one of those let me make sure take me time to describe. Those big tank, what we'll find in a factory. That tank, maybe we should be storing molasses or whatever, a big steel tank. It sort of resembles on something like what you have the truck that carry the waste, the feces waste. The tank is almost that size. And it got to be a crane truck that took that tank about 2 weeks ago and come up in that area, Mr. Donald, and drop it in my area of Brimson. That's 2 Sundays back. But I'm sort of monitoring it still. I sort of have a suspicious who it is. So I just give it a little time off before I could make a formal complaint to see how to get rid of this time. And it looks so dismal, Mr. Donald, that someone will do something like that. So I don't know if he was paid to drop it to the Perseverance dump or somewhere, and they end up way up in our area, Mr. Donald. Just put that tank on the side of the road. It looks so dismal. And that's where we have, sometimes we have the visitors that come to the Annadale Fall. They will come up that area, mountainside, use that road, and go right back down to the village. And once you're on that road, these bunks of these old, big, rusty tanks and all, it's not looking nice. It's the first complaint I'm going to make on the radio, and I'm going to take it further when I'm see it fit. But just have a suspicious who it is and I'll just give them some time, sir. It can look nice at home, sir.
Well, now, you're giving too much time. You need to do something, deal with it now.
I agree. I'll just wait.
Call. You don't have to wait. Just call and say, hey, call the Ministry for Health. That's the first thing you do. Call the Ministry for Health and then let them know that you know who dropped it off there. Give them the information.
You know, it looks so small, Mr. Gunn. I mean, big, rough, and it's so close to the road. If it only roll about 2 feet, it will block the road. So, as the right is said, sometimes it's not looking nice. People just come in and police the area like just like that. Come on, no. I will not say it. So I keep in touch in that situation.
All right, brethren, take care.
Thank you, sir. All
right, one love. Yeah, my guests, they're here. Well, we were supposed to be at the farm this morning, but then had a hiccup with engineer, so we're here this morning. We inside of the studio instead of outside on the farm. But then again, I ain't too glad that kind of mud thing or taking place on the farm. Right now, rain and soil together equals mud. And as the Friday do have shoes for that kind, I do have a wait now. I do have a what you call it? Water boots.
You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with what you do and how you're doing it. If you do, when you're doing it, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful.
Drop it like it's hot. So I've got 3 of them here this morning. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Usually, Bertrand is here. Bertrand, good morning.
Morning, Andre.
How you doing?
Fine, thanks.
All right, so Bertrand, all right, so I have to make sure. I had a camera shot that was going to work for 1 person. Now I have to do it for 2 persons here. So that's Bertrand and, oh yeah, let me just show you. That's Bertrand and Dalton. Good morning, how you doing?
Great.
Huh?
Great.
How great is that?
The sun is shining, the rain is falling, plants growing. I'm here to speak agriculture. Spice.
Okay. Dr. Antoine, good morning.
Good morning, Andre.
How are you?
Good morning, fellow comrades. Excellent, thanks.
Dr. Antoine, you have a problem with phones, right?
I'm not phone friendly, maybe.
Yeah. You're not phone friendly.
No,
Dalton, would you agree that he has a problem with phones?
Yeah, not phone friendly.
Seriously?
I must be honest with you. All my phones have been hand-me-downs, Andre, from my wife. For all these years. She'd always get the new one and she'd give me what the one she has. So I've never been into the new technologies as you guys, 5Gs and 4Gs, just the basic communication tool. But that's not a major issue.
It is a major issue for me because when I try to reach you, I can't reach you. Dalton, when he tries to reach you, he can't reach you.
Really?
So that's a problem.
Yeah. Well, I don't always carry my phone with me everywhere I go. I tend to put it on once I'm in location. Okay.
So what's new? What's new, Dalton?
Today we have in our meeting at upper level, it taken a social event where we have the farmers actually saying who they are, what's the objective, what's their goal, and we listen and we take information, we take that data, and how we could collectively use all that information since we have that common agenda in moving forward. So that is what the undertaken by the Isle of Spice Farmers Association today, deemed social, upper level.
How has the attendance been over the past time in relation to your meetings?
Well,
are you satisfied? And if so, explain why.
Coming up, this meeting is a year now, so we started last year, and it's a year. And the attendance up and down over the year period. Satisfy? No, you could never be satisfied. The conversation, the process, very informative. I see we achieving our goal in terms of wanting to move the industry forward, and understanding the whole culture of our people. People like to see success. So I think with that year of information that we have gathered, we need to put it into a tangible drive. And once that is done, then the success will grow into time, But not 100% satisfied at this moment, but we're getting there, I think.
Dr. Antoine?
Like everything else, we going through this gestational period, and it's a painful period. We're learning, but I've always said, and I said to Dalton from the very start, better few, but better have few people serious and determined to achieve something than to have a mass of people and then you have waivers just coming in and disappearing. So at its core, I think we've got a solid core of about 7 serious people who come repeatedly every week. But then every now and again we get a flux of people. So overall, I am happy simply because I don't expect success in the first 3 years, 5 years. Secondly, with our determination and plans, I think as time goes by, as Dalton correctly said, once people begin to see what we are really about, then people would step up and get more actively involved. But then again, you don't expect everybody to be there every week or every meeting. But in terms of our moving forward, I think we're there. We're in the positive, correct path.
BJ, you know that they're talking spice. What would be your advice to spice farmers in relation to what Antoine and so are putting together?
Well, I think the idea is very good. Always believe in collectivity. However, Andre, it's always tedious work trying to get Grenadian farmers organized, whether it be sauerkraut, whether it be spice, whether it be banana. It's just hard to get them organized, in a collective way, so you can have, serious, tangible benefits. And that's the problem. Everybody to their own, every man to his own, and that is not really good. You want the policy set in such a way that the people who are attracted are more or less attracted to a nucleus. And it's good that Dalton and Antoine is taking that kind of, stand and making that kind of effort to have people centralized. Without centralization, Andre, you have disorganization.
Just to amplify his point, the importance of a nucleus is you cannot overemphasize. So, it's very important that you have a core of people, like the nucleus of your cell, who would hold the whole organization together. But it's that nucleus that's going to help to pull the rest of people around the organization.
But to anyone who chooses to respond to this, spice, of course, is not something that you plant and in 6 weeks you start to get returns. So could that be a bother? Could that be one of the issues?
Well, for the longest while, spice seems to be one of the most reliable things we have in our agricultural sector.
It's not about reliability.
Cinnamon, for example.
It's about how soon can I?
Well, your cinnamon tree seems to be continuously, perennially there, for example. The nutmeg trees, they regenerate themselves very quickly within a matter of years, but not all fall during the hurricanes. You also have the ginger and the turmeric that are very within a matter of months can produce, a heavy load of produce. So ginger, turmeric, for example, with the faster growing spices that we have, and people produce those.
You're very smart, Dr. Antoine. You're very smart, but it still doesn't make it. It still doesn't make it. It still doesn't make it where, as opposed to something like lettuce. What, 6 weeks?
Well, that might be
6 weeks. I get money. Spice with the ginger and turmeric, and so I probably have to wait more than 8 months or more.
It's beyond that, Andre.
Yeah.
You're talking about different crops.
Yeah.
And for example, you cannot preserve lettuce.
No.
You cannot add the value to lettuce.
Yeah.
Just lettuce is lettuce.
Yeah.
When you have things like turmeric and ginger, you can dry, you can process, you can, it's a wider, the crop that can handle a wider range of activities.
Which brings me to my point. How much education is the association disseminating to the farmers to show them what BJ has just said there, adding value, and to show them that, hey, when you plant your turmeric and when that is ready to be harvested, you can harvest 5,000 pounds of turmeric and you can preserve it there, and you go right back and you plant another set of turmeric for the next 6 to 8 months, and in within that period. So the only stagnation, the only time that money really and truly ain't coming in is when you plant it first. But once you plant enough, then you would have it rolling over. Am I correct here, Dalton?
Of course. And that is, we do every meeting, we focus on education. And education of the spice in every aspect of that particular spice. As we say, spice is medicine. We are the Isle of Spice. And Isle of Spice Farmers Association wants to get farmers to understand such importance of spice. So the time that it'll take, and we already have a leg ahead because we've been planting spice for decades, you understand? So we have that leg ahead. Now we have to see the value of those spices as it relates to our health, the extra value, the added value, and the cost of those added value, where you would be able to earn 10 times more. Here's the importance, and we're doing mixed cultivation. So the importance of the style of agriculture that you practice, whilst you have the spice, you could still grow lettuce or short-term crops, you understand? So the spice become the backbone of your farm, So that's the education that we push in every meeting. We do a whole presentation on our spices. We have over 40 spice ingredients, so we take it from A to Z, and we do that level of intense discussion on our meetings so that farmers would really understand. And whichever one that you choose to specialize in or grow dominant on your farm, we have the information, and you could think from an economic standpoint, okay, if I grow X, I'll be able to earn X based on your yearly returns. You might be maybe you're doing 20,000 per year on your farm, and now you see the importance, you could do 100,000 and think of it as a serious business.
We've got a call on the line. Let's take that caller. Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, Andrew.
Yes, go ahead.
And good morning to the panelists. I'm Farishta from Parker, please. I will call an article very concerning jelly. I have some band, I remember about 110 feet from the government road. Inside that trace in my property. The figment went about 80 to 90 pounds. I went up the Saturday, he was there. I went up the Tuesday. When I went up the Tuesday, somebody cut it and go with it. Ask any person who's doing that to stop it for me, please.
Okay, I hear you.
Serious issue, Andre. I lost 3 bunches of plant in one evening myself. My neighbor lost two weeks after. And so it's a big issue when it comes to the issue of farmers losing their produce because of praedial larceny. That has to stop, one way or the other. Sorry.
No. You're correct. No, and that's okay for you to chime in. I have a problem speaking to praedial larceny because this program would have started somewhat 16 years ago, thereabout, 16, 17 years ago, this agricultural program. A guy called MBS down the road, they came and suggested that I do a program for persons who are involved in agriculture, so as to assist them, and I took his advice, and this is the program today. My thing is this: for all these years, I have been clamoring for change in legislation, change in the laws, so that you can be more severe with people who continue to deprive a farmer of bread on his table. Do you understand? But and I first and foremost, I blame the representatives, all representatives. I blame them, because in every area, you'll find that there is a farmer. Every constituency, you'll find that there is a farmer who would lose something. So it is the responsibility of that representative to get up and say, hold on, we have to do so and protect these people. And they've not done that. No, it doesn't make a difference how much you're going to pour into it. It doesn't make a difference if you're going to get someone who is going to be exporting mangoes to wherever, and we could yeah about mangoes. And it doesn't make a difference if you're not going to protect the farmer at the beginning. Then why are you encouraging him to plant? And when he plants, somebody is going to harvest it before he does. And then most of the times, he has a good idea as to who would have done it. And the police, a lot of the times, they have ideas, but the legislation is not strong enough. I mean, a man do so and he will take BJ sauce up, and what? They probably value the sauce up and say, okay, the man to pay BJ $500 for the sauce up, and the man to go for 2 months in jail. Duh. Oh, please, give me a break. But I pay BJ $500, I go in jail for 2 months, and I come back and I thief in the sauce up again. No, it's simple. We have to do so and put down foot at this time. You cannot be doing something saying, hey, we need to do this in agriculture, we need to do that in agriculture. Look at BJ's doing ripening of bananas. He started that some time ago, yes, and he's continuing to do that. So what happened if BJ do something, realize, okay, fine, you see that 20 bunches there? Next week, I taking that to harvest it because I have to supply sandals and wherever. And then when he comes to them, half gone.
Yeah, it's a serious problem.
No, it's a serious problem.
Andre, the man of them recycling thieves.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. Yeah. It's like, and remember, say the man of them, they're all guilty of it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give you an example. During many election campaigns, and I've been around a long time, maybe for all of them, the man of them jump on the agriculture bus and you would hear they say, when we get there, we will, fight against praedial larceny, and we will do X and we will do Y and X, Y, and Z. Let me give you for instance here. How long did it take for them to pass this legislation or this bill with regard to
the phone thing?
That's what where the man and them interest lies, in protecting the bag of foolishness. Something like that, how difficult it is in a small country like Grenada, 120,000 people, 120 square miles, where everybody know everybody, with 1,000 policemen. How difficult it is for you to stop this thing. You just is where your interest lies, Andre. In this country where Tanzania or something like that in Africa, they had this issue with praedial larceny, and they passed this legislation, minimum sentence 10 years. In 3 months, the praedial larceny will decrease by 80% to 90%, because a man know if he get caught, he can be put away for 10 years. And a lot of thieves don't like to hear the word 10 years, When you say 3 and 4 months, what you do? You arrest them, you give them a chance to rejuvenate themselves, to come back to do the same thing again. You're recycling them, Andre. Yeah. Because you know why? You need those same people to vote for you, to put you back in office. So you're very lenient as to how you deal with them.
No, but it's time. It's really time that something be done.
I think the point of sale is one of our underlining factor in terms that it relate to praedial larceny. Because when a thief have avenue to sell, even he have market more than the farmer itself. he continues to thief. In the case of sauce up, the thief should be having a lot of problem to sell his sauce up. I think sauce up is buy too freely, so everybody will just thief sauce up and sell, and the buyer with the thief, like they work together, unlike the farmer. And maybe sauce up or maybe many other products should be sold like spice or like nutmeg. So the legislation would cover, you ought to have a book, the buyers, you have to reference to your farm, the size of your farm, the quantity of production, so you have that means of selling, so a thief cannot sell.
Dalton, is not difficult to monitor and control those things. It's a simple, like a country. You can walk around that place in one day. And if you can walk around this place in one day, we have transportation, we have drone, we have all kind of things that we can, monitor. We have the policemen. Let me give you an example. The last time some guys was distressing with my source, put up some cameras and, caught them red-handed. Brought them to the courts. And almost 20 people, and the magistrate say, what you doing with the man, so what's up? And this one say, I didn't get paid for it, this one sell it, and he sell it over to that buyer. So the magistrate say, where is the buyer? The prosecutors watching each other like that. And you have the wrong people in the courts.
Yeah.
You're charging the wrong people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's only about 6 or 8 major buyers of sauce up you have in Trinidad.
Yeah, and that is the problem.
If one of them go in jail for 5 years for doing wrong things,
about 10.
The rest the rest will stop.
Yeah.
Trust me.
And then if you take
but how much of them that will be charged? How much people are thieving sauce up or export it? And in a lot of cases, the people who doing the exporting are sending the people and thief,
Yeah.
And don't think the police don't know that and the magistrate don't know that, And don't think the politicians don't know that too. But you see, they and those guys, them don't sit down and drink and chat together and have their fun together. If you're hanging around thief, you're giving thief license, Andre.
Well, you what? You're saying that and you're watching me.
Yes, that is the problem.
Let me just chime in here a bit, Yeah, I think the issue of legislation, Andre, is a reflection of the weakness or the inactiveness of farmers' organizations. We do not have strong farmers' organization, and even worse, we do not have farmers' organizations that lobby the government for better quality legislation. And I think herein lies the importance of farmers' organizations. So, for example, if we have the Nutmeg Association in a serious way, instead of just waiting once a year to appeal to the Minister of Finance the Minister of Agriculture for legislation, and then he walks away and he goes about his business, nothing happens. And that's been happening for years with the Nutmeg Association, for example. But if the association has a person or persons who are in direct contact with the legislature, such that you have an impact on the content and quality of the laws that are passed, I think herein lies an important aspect, a role for organizations.
Here's one of the things, and people really took it as a joke. I believe some people took it as a joke. Nobody ever took me serious on that. When I said to them, and I said to BJ, I would love to be the senator with responsibility for agriculture. And people think, Andre can't do that. And there is a reason, and there still is a reason why. There is no one over the past 16 years that has done as much as I have for agriculture. No government, no minister for agriculture, no board has done as much. Yes, they would have bought the board, that is their responsibility, cocoa board, nutmeg board, they buy the nutmeg and get rid of it, yeah. But in terms of being there with the farmers, in terms of every Thursday giving the farmers information, none of them have done as much as I have. The other thing is, all of them, according to my grandmother, kitty nutmeg, kitty cocoa, kitty sauce up, kitty fishermen, kitty all of them The senator with responsibility for agriculture, this one now and those before him. The minister of agriculture, this one now and those before him. None of them ever sought me out to say, hey, how can I work with you? How can we work together? Is it possible, as a senator with responsibility for agriculture, that every month you give me 15 minutes so that I can speak to the farmers? And not just wait when you do so and you get the opportunity to blab your mouth in Parliament, because the farmers ain't listening to you in Parliament. You know why? Because Real FM ain't carrying that no more. Why? Because the government don't want us to carry it. That's why. We didn't take all this. Yeah, they want us to carry it. That's why. Let me just lead out. Let me lead out on right there.
No.
So when you go and you talk in Parliament, nobody hearing you because the Real FM is not carrying it. And what?
So what happens to the issue of transparency and accountability, Andre? How else would the people be informed and aware of?
Why are you asking me that question?
So no, I'm just raising an issue as to
you asked me a
importance
question. You asked me a question.
Yes. So the issue of
Is that
awareness
police?
of our people. No. I'm just
police?
saying there's a right for us to know what's going on in Parliament. Therefore, we have
where
to
do you
ensure
live?
that.
Where do you live?
In the heart of Grenada.
No. Where do you live for real?
Watch Grove.
Who is your parliamentary representative?
Delma Thomas.
Take it up with her.
Okay.
Where do you live?
St. La Poultry.
Who is your parliamentary representative?
Kate Lewis.
Take it up with her. Where do you live?
St. Patrick's East.
Who is your parliamentary representative?
Dennis Cornwall.
Take it up with him.
Okay.
That is how we get things done, you know. You take it up, and I've been saying that. Take it up with your representative. Hey.
Andre, you have to be committed to what you do.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to like it, you know. And the people in our parliament, they like what they do, but they're not committed to what they do. What you taking up with them? He's a real bag of...
What? I'm not a bag of foolishness.
A bag of foolishness.
But it's a serious issue because, Andre, you could talk with the ministers or the representatives, you know. The challenge is, like BJ is saying, they don't really pay heed to their constituents.
Yeah.
They have their own personal ambitions and interests, and whatever they do, if it doesn't serve the personal interests and ambitions, as far as they're concerned, it's not important. And that has been part of the psychology and practice of too many of our politicians. The long and short is, like Patrick PLO Lumumba said, too many politicians are in politics for the wrong reason and not for the reason of serving the interests of the people. And
So
until
it
such
goes
time...
I love you, Dr. Antoine. See, because it goes back to what I said in the beginning.
Yeah.
What I said was, I said to people, let me represent the farmers in agriculture, because I know that I have agriculture and the farmers at heart. I know that the farmers, they can hold me accountable. How? Because I come here. I'm on the station, so they can call and say, yo, what happened to you? What kind of stupidness you do there last week? You think every senator for agriculture, they ain't seeing and hearing that person? I mean, that is your boy, Mr. Sinclair, but he locked up inside a nutmeg working every day, ain't he? That's how he works.
Andre, you keep hearing me saying that.
That is your boy.
From, you know...
You're not admitting that your boy?
You need to listen to me.
I want to find that your boy.
I'm answering your question, you know, but you're not listening.
Okay.
Andre, you keep hearing me saying that from God know when. All right? Unless we don't change the way we operating nationally, unless we don't change the legislation to suit modern day time, we'll be forever having this colonial yoke around our neck with our way of life and the way we think. For example, are you telling me you want to have an agricultural based country and you want to move the agriculture sector? Are you telling me that the senator shouldn't be reachable at every given time? Are you telling me he shouldn't have an office? Are you telling me that shouldn't be a permanent job with a secretariat and somebody whom you can go on and figure what it is going on and get information and act on your behalf. Andre, let me tell you something. There are certain things that you need to separate from politics. And the Senate of Agriculture should be separated from politics. And some of the man name is they assimilate the thing in the bloodstream already. They can't change. That's who they are. I mean, check Sinclair. I mean, my original brethren from God No When.
Hey, that's your brethren.
Yeah, from God No When.
Yeah.
From marketing board, giving me trouble and robbing me and doing me all kind of wrong thing.
Okay.
Andrew, your brethren not as rob you. And, you know, I know he's a noted, you know, NDC supporter. We had Clouden, who probably is the same. And they can't separate. When you listen to them, they can't really separate. They can't distinguish what they should say, all right, based on what the farmers want them to say. They can't. It's a thin line.
But the only time they meet with the farmers...
Andrew, you have to represent the farmers when you're inside a day at every given time. You can't take side. And the man and them have the political, you know, inclination. And that in itself is causing a whole heap of issue.
But the only time they meet with the farmers, if at all they meet with them, is when
they get vote
to get elected to the position. And then after that, you never hear
exactly
that they would have organized a meeting. Look at it. Dalton, yourself and Twine.
Yeah.
Every week. Oh, sorry, every month.
Yeah.
I mean,
you taking out money out of your pockets to do so and have a meeting at Baines Hall. The hall is not free. What are they doing? Not even the boards. The boards just are meeting once a year. They go around, what they call it, area meetings. So when they want is elections again. Yeah. Every time the election come, they have meetings, and then after that, nobody bothers with the farmer, nobody bothers with the fishermen. So much more, they give that a kind of name now, call it fisher folks. I know where they get that one. You understand? They change the people in them name and call them fisher folks. I know the fishermen.
Yeah.
You understand?
I think they get that from United Nations. And to highlight your point, without cutting thing, from this meeting, one of our key importance of that meeting too, we're collecting that data, and we want to start a farm program, farm cleaning program, where we collectively go to our farmers, clean the land, assist in whatever needed in the farm to be done, and we have that data as the quantity of the different spices that a particular farmer has, so the organization would know and able to foretell and predict the possibility and in terms of quantity and how we could go forward with the organization. So we need that drive, and we really taking it at a different angle so that we could guarantee sustainability in the industry.
I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Thursdays from 7:30 until 9 o'clock is dedicated to the agricultural sector in Grenada. The producers of the crops and the users of the crops to add value to the crops. Look at it. They have how you call it, coconut training in Grenada. BJ, you heard about it? Coconut thing training. They have that.
I think I heard that on the news.
Yeah. Are you telling me that you honestly have this thing for a week here in Grenada? Mm-hmm. You knew it was coming. And you did not one day say, hey, this is a thing for farmers. Let's do so and find out if that guy up in Sotes up there willing to do so and accommodate us for a minute so we can talk about this.
The issue of communication is a major problem, Andre. But I want to make 2 points. The issue of communication is the first one. We don't make the best use of all resources, and so I think we're at a stage where people seem to think social media is it all, and that's not the reality. So that's one of the failures of our institution. But the important aspect of the representative, agricultural representative, for example, I never know when they're having the votes, except for the last occasion when they're voting for the senator, selecting the senator, and they don't inform people. All of a sudden you hear X, Y, and Z is selected or elected, as a senator for representing agriculture. And I'm asking myself, well, when did that occur? Who voted him? How many votes he got? And how is it all farmers were not informed? So that's a major issue we have, communication.
No, but you see, not only that, not only who elected him, why is it that all you have to do when this time comes around for you to be selected, elected, whatever, all you have to do is to submit your name, And there is no record. There is no record before or after being elected / selected. There's no record of any one of them doing an acceptance speech and saying that in my tenure, as I serve for the next 4 or 5 years in the Senate, these are some of the things that I hope to achieve. These are some of the things that I'm fighting for. And these, if I'm fighting for a clock, then it will tell farmers how much time they're spending in the field, if they're spending too little or too much time in the field. So I'm going to list everything that I'm going to be fighting for and why I'm fighting for it. And at the end of the period or at the end of any given year, I can then come, say in Parliament, and say to the Parliament, this is what I was able to achieve. And these others that I was not able to achieve, it is because the Minister of Agriculture did X, Y, and Z. And when I contacted him, he refused to give me audience. So you how do they say, you report on your stewardship?
Yes.
These people are not held accountable.
That's the issue.
If you can get away with it, why do it?
Yeah, and I think that is how the organization we set out to do and make this change. We get farmers together, we collectively influence the colonial mindset of those and change that colonial mindset. Our problem too is that colonial mindset that and Eurocentric individuals we have at our hem, continuing that slavery pattern of management. We as farmers have to realize the day has come that we could make those changes unified collectively together and moving forward.
Andrew, before we run out of time, I want to get back to a point that we hinted at earlier on, i.e. the value of the spice industry. And you're asking how would the farmers make money, right? Yes, the spices, the tree crops, for example, take a few years to grow before we start having harvesting. And the harvest is not continuously year-round, in other words, they're seasonal. But we have the spices like the turmeric and the ginger that basically could be produced year-round as well. So in addition just to the raw materials, one of the things that we're focusing on is the value adding to the spices that BJ hinted to earlier on as well. I.e., we have to move to a point where we don't just sell the raw spices like we do for nutmeg, but we move to a point where we could sell the nutmeg oil and the nutmeg fat and get greater value out of that than just selling the raw material. The same thing could be said and should be said for the cinnamon. The same thing could be said for the clove. The same thing could be said for the ginger, the turmeric, etc., etc. In fact, in India, for example, recently there's been a whole television program discussing the the market value of spices and the trend that's been taken in terms of blending spices for the market. So that's something we'll have to get to at some point in time. But at this stage, we have to focus on value adding to our spices, such that, for example, we're currently doing some research on how to be able to extract the essential oils from the waste leaves of the cinnamon tree. But then that same technology and methodology should be able to apply to things like this, the clove leaf, the citrus leaves, and a whole host of other leaf products to obtain essential oils. That would represent one aspect of the spice sector, essential oil. In addition to processing the spices so that you now have ground spices, for example, or ground cinnamon, ground nutmeg, that's already packaged and ready for use by the housewives. So that will be another aspect of the value adding that will incur. There's also the aspect of taking whatever waste material that is created during the processing, during the producing, during the harvesting, and trying to use that into a compost material at the end of the day, so that at the end of the day you have a total use of the spice trees, from roots to shoots, that end up having some value to the farmer and to our society. The other aspect of that is export. You export the packaged material, the products or the essential oils. That brings in real foreign exchange. That's an issue we tend to overlook, but it's an important aspect of any value adding that we do. We already know, for example, that the nutmeg that we produce here in Grenada, we only get 10 cents out of every dollar value for that nutmeg, because 90 cents stays out in Europe and we receive 10 cents. Well, that has to change. We want 90 cents to stay in Grenada and 10 cents go out there. So, but it's the value adding that will bring about that change for us. And so while the farmer may not be able to get all the cash up front for producing his cinnamon or his orange or his whatever, but the process of value adding year round would make a difference for the same farmers. Remember, farmers harvest their cinnamon and they just throw the leaves. Now we're demonstrating to them that the leaves have some value to them. Similarly, you trim your orange trees, right? And you throw the leaves on the ground. We're demonstrating to you that you can get some value for the leaves that you're throwing on the ground. And so that's where we're moving in terms of trying to move the spice industry, spice sector forward, focusing on value adding ultimately.
Andre, what I would like to see us do, since we're in the spice business, would like to see with farming policy, tailored towards mass producing some of those spices. For example, you have a place like Shambo that you're going to, or farmers have the land there already, you're going to bring irrigation and stuff there. Why not have a project for those places centered and tailored around a certain thing? For example, let's say ginger production.
Yeah.
Where you get the planting material, you make the beds, you put in the irrigation, and you set up something to process that stuff. So you have, a whole operation taking place where you can produce this thing, you can process it, and you can market it. So you have inclusivity and you have sustainability. This is the problem with our farming in Grenada, It appears as though it's not sustaining the person who actually doing it. And it is just because the way we structure it, the way we organize it. We're too wily and disorganized.
Which is why farmers' organization will play a major role in helping to bring about that structure. Yes, because if you could advise a particular region, for example, so 5-10 farmers say, okay, this area is best suited for ginger, for example, you could achieve that same outcome you're discussing there. And the same thing could be said for the pimento. Pimento grows in the semi-arid area, right? As opposed to the wet Portugal area. So that, if you get your farmers to understand that aspect of the production of those spices, that would go along with helping to focus the areas that produce, concentrate your production in certain crops. So that will be one approach to it, BJ.
I think that can be very, very, very useful, Antoine, because the problem is that we are producing stuff, but we are not producing it consistently, and we're not producing it in the right quantities. And that in itself is hindering marketing, because you only can sell things sporadically to someone, which people really want that. When you get used to something, you just want it all the time. And I'm saying that we need to structure our culture in such a way where we have consistency, and that is not really difficult to do,
Where we start?
It just requires collectivism.
Where do we start?
Here is where I always say this, Andre. At the end of the day, it requires the government to assist and to guide how this society develops. So that, for example, the Minister of Agriculture understands what BJ is saying. it is up to him to say, okay, BJ, come forward, let's discuss your idea and see how we could get it fleshed out and implemented, because I am now understanding as minister, your idea can have some significant benefits, both in terms of employment, both in terms of better land use, in terms of greater productivity for our society. So let's make use of your idea, but we need your assistance here, we need your guidance. Give us an hour or so every month of every week of your time so as to pull together that ideas and get it implemented. But we don't have that interaction between the government or the ministers and the people on the ground. And at the end of the day, Andre, I always say, our development at the end of the day would be dependent on we ourselves. We can't depend on the government to bring about that change. But we have to bring about the change that we would like to see. And so, yes, organizing ourselves into a greater, better quality organizations, farmers organization, will help to make a difference in that respect.
And Antoine, just to interject before you proceed, I'm NNP, yeah? And
Sorry?
I said, I just want to interject.
Yeah, you said you're NNP.
And I'm NNP.
Oh, okay.
And
sorry,
bona fide NNP too. And when you have politics creeping in everything, you're asking for trouble.
No, I don't
No, I'm just speaking in general.
Yeah.
And this is part of the problem we have, is that the policy makers, they play politics with everything.
Right.
They don't care about ability to do the job or to get things done. They care about political affiliation, because that's the role and that's the job. And unfortunately, those are the people who need to set the policies. And they can't think straight because they're thinking political. And generally, when you're thinking political, you think off track.
And here lies, that's a fundamental problem we have. But we have to be able to overlook people's partisanal affiliation in the greater interests of the nation. I couldn't care whether or not you come from the Green Party, the Yellow Party, the Red Party, or the Blue Party. What's important is your ideas have some value for moving Grenada forward. And once your idea has value, then I see no reason why we shouldn't seek towards adapting it and implementing it and applying it, irrespective of which political party is in power.
You should be colorblind when it comes to agricultural development.
No, not just agriculture, socio-economic development. So if the Green Party has a good policy or idea that's being implemented and they happen to lose just at the middle of that implementation and the change of administration, the administration change shouldn't affect that project that we know is going to have significant benefits for Grenada. There's no reason to want to change it or mess it up or stop it.
We've got a caller. Let's take this caller.
Sorry.
Good morning.
Good morning to all the gentlemen there. And let me say, 99% of what you're all saying, I'm totally on top with it. 99% of what is being said, Clifford Braidman, is solely behind it, on top of it. But again, it come back to the word that BJ just said. The political game is not stopping and wouldn't stop. When I say it wouldn't stop, I don't mean that it cannot be stopped. I mean we just continue playing the political game. When Mr. Peter David was in office, I personally went to him and gave him some review of what I thought could be done in agriculture. I gave him documentation from the Douglaston development plan that he had. I spoke to him about Bocage. I spoke to him about Black Bay. And he did make effort. Because I was in the office when he tried to ring certain places to get information. Everything went dead. I went to this present Minister of Agriculture, Mr. Thomas Persuader. I did the very same thing. I left copies there with him. Tell me, yes, we agree, and the way forward is that the government doesn't intend to fire anybody in agriculture. We want to promote agriculture, and we don't care about color. That was his words. It ended there. I was assisting in the schools as a school garden for which assistant. I was sent home. After
First time you admit.
Huh?
Just say first time you admit.
No, I don't want to. No, first time. I'm one. I don't lie when I think. If I in a trouble and I have to take out myself, I may make a lie. Otherwise, I don't lie. Right? And the gentleman, after that, I was sent home. To date, they have not told me why you were sent home. All they tell me that your service is no longer needed because you was on a contract. Okay, I have no problem with that. This paint of color and politics is not dying. It's just a dime. If a man is good, I could do something. Forget the color, forget who is supporting, and go to it. There are room for development in agriculture. I heard this present Minister of Agriculture outlining some programs, and they're going to change the name of the bushing, not farm labor support to something else and whatnot, and you prepare your own, the farmer have to prepare their own person, get the person to come to work the land. All that is good. But if you don't have a proper program, if you don't know where we're going, can the minister tell me now how many acres of land that you have abandoned, or what's the amount of land that you have that is not that is underproduced but not being worked? Can he tell me that? Can he tell us which areas they want to tackle first? Can he tell us what are the crops? He said that the chief thing is on nutmegs right now, cocoa and bananas. Where are we going to sell these things? If you plant 5 farmers plant bananas, can we sell it in Grenada? They gave some farmers under the NMP some banana plants, and they catching hell to sell the banana. We have to first of all look for markets, look for growth. We export for these things and them, and this is not in place because we play political games with them. And if we continue that way, it would not help. You have acres of land that people are not doing nothing with. Have the government sat with these people and come up with a policy, a rental policy? What policy? No. We're hearing now that nutmeg price could be more because nutmeg is on demand. Are you going to go and plant nutmeg as you hear it's on demand? Nutmeg takes 6 and 5 years to mature or to grow. Where are we?
All right, Clifford, we had to wrap it here this morning because time is on us, okay?
Thank you.
All right, one love. Food for thought from Clifford there, but I'd love for us to start somewhere. So this morning, I'm going to start with you, Dr. Antoine, your final statement.
Well, basically, I just want to remind the spice producers of our meeting this evening. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be a meeting with a difference where we take time off to understand and know each other, understand our hopes, our aspirations, and we'll also outline some of the specific plans we have for our upcoming year in terms of tangible projects we will be implementing in the next 12 months.
BJ?
Andre, what I would like to say is that we as a people, we need to get together in a serious way and stop this divisiveness and this, bickering here, there, everywhere that destabilizing the country. We have educated, sensible, qualified people to move the sector, the agriculture sector forward. I have no doubt about that. It's our organization, our commitment, our lead. In some cases, that is the problem. If you don't know where you're going, any road taking you there. If you, want to, get to point X, you definitely need collectivity. You can't be leaving some people on the side of the way. And I'm making that point, Andre, to close. I can't sleep in the night. It affected my work. I want the government to restore the $150, the $150. Every opportunity I get, I need to talk about it. Give back the real needy and vulnerable people in our country the $150.
Thanks, BJ. Doctor?
Yes. Farm is a pharmacy. The pharmacy with F and not the PH. And if we understand the importance of the farm, we would not stratify our farmers in a class of non-importance. And as a result of that stratification, all these problem farmers is going through. But our organization see that problem and we intend to find solution to that problem. So we're working collectively to change, revolutionize the whole industry. So come on this afternoon, let us, in upper level, let us start that revolution. And we create a force, we create our own products, we create our market, and we use the the added product and change the social strata of our farmer so that they would be respected. Our farmers are not respected, and hence all that problem. You could talk from here till thy kingdom come. We will continue to have that problem unless we revolutionize the whole industry.
Thanks. So that just need to ask you a question, Dr. Antoine. You're the one with the knowledge here. He says this is the pharmacy with the F and not the one with the PH. But I just want you to explain to him that any pharmacy must have PH in it. I know you're the one that's smart here, Doc. So you could tell him that any pharmacy, whether it starts with PH or it starts with F, must have PH in it.
I think the point Dalton is making, at the end of the day, spices are quintessential for a healthy lifestyle.
All right, guys, thank you so very much.
Yes.
Have a wonderful day and enjoy your meeting this evening.
Thank you very much.
All right, great.
All over the world you go, agriculture is number one. We soil is so rich and pure, but the youths cannot understand. Well, all the education you have, man, still can't ignore the soil. Everybody want to work in office, and I know the reason why. Yes, man, everybody want to sit down in computer, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer, agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. You could live with clothes, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. Tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers. Oh yes. All right.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
Welcome to the latest news update as produced by Triple N. Details when I return.
M&M Hardware Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, inset screens and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday